Yo guys, Saber here, welcome to the video. A lot of you have been requesting a trap deck from us. You've been saying that we didn't rate traps highly enough in our meta report, we're kind of underestimating it. And guys, maybe you're right. I haven't really played traps this season just yet. Because whenever I played against, I felt like the decks I played against were kind of bad. But maybe that's because they were built incorrectly. So recently, Andrada built her own trap list, and she's been doing really, really well with it. I tried it a bit together with Crozier yesterday. It was mostly Crozier, just joined for a few games, but Crozier went on like a 10 or 15 game win streak with it, so he was doing really, really well. And I was kind of surprised that you could get so good results with traps, so I figured I would have to try it ourselves, and that's why we're doing this video. Before we get into the actual deck, then I would like to announce that I'm going to be doing a subathon on Twitch tomorrow, Monday. And I'll be starting in the morning, so I really hope I'll be seeing some of you guys there. But regarding the deck, so the idea behind the deck is that a lot of traps got buffed last patch, and some of these traps are actually really good now. These are the Serpent Trap, which now has a spring ability, which means you can activate this ability to destroy the enemy with the lowest enemy power at any given point in time. So it's really nice that this card won't just be dead its opponents and running special cards, because that kind of sucks. Same goes for the Pitfall Trap. You can also always just use for 6 random damage. If the opponent starts with an engine, re-run and kill, you can just stand with Pitfall Trap. And then finally Hattori. Also just an amazing card, because it gives you so much flexibility, right? You're running 3 traps in this list. So with Hattori, you can choose between getting another Serpent Trap, a Pitfall Trap, or a Crushing Trap. Against decks that go wide, just go for another Crushing Trap. Against decks that play like something like Vi, for instance, just play shooter after shooter, high P cards, you can play something like a Serpent Trap. So when you play on Iron Man, boom, they lose unit. If you play against Vi again, you can just use a Pit Trap, which is 14 points of damage. So, like, a lot of strong things you can use the Hattori for. And the flexibility in the card just makes it really good. And then the idea behind it is that, well, Eldain is still a good card. You're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 traps. If you manage to play 5 traps in the same round, that's plus 15 points, and Eldain making it 21 for 10. Now, obviously, I'm aware that quite often you won't actually be playing that many traps in one round, but even if you get 2 traps with Eldain, I think Eldain is still a good card. But you probably shouldn't consider Eldain as a win condition, more of a value card whenever it makes sense, right? Because let's say you play 2 traps in a round. It's a 12 for 10, giving you 3 elf bodies. That's really good. That's better than Venosiel, right? Venosiel is 11 for 12. Whereas this then would be a 12 for 10, right? So Eldain in this deck should just, in a lot of the time, be a better Venosiel. In super short round, it might be worse, but I think you can make him work for very decent value still. It might be tempting to throw in a few more traps, like for instance, you could cut something like Maxi and put in the incinerating trap. The issue is this trap is just so bad. You could also try to find a way to include another crushing trap, but again, at that point, you're starting to lose a lot of value from the deck because you want to include these like more traps. So sure, you're making your Eldain a little bit better, but at the same time, you're also just you're losing value in traps. They're going to play for pretty mediocre values. So I kind of like the idea behind this deck, just taking a few traps, just enough to make them play for good points, and just kind of works pretty smoothly together with the rest of the elf archetype. And of course, a lot of the other decks, a lot of the other cards we're playing are pretty similar. We have like a Heat Wave we've also been seeing earlier. We have Elrin, Isengrim, Yaven. So strong combination between some no unit stuff, some Elf Swarm, and some control tools in the sort of the Heat Wave and the traps. So let's jump into a few games, guys, and see how it goes. Okay, we go up in a mirror, so it's kind of interesting to see what the opponent is playing. Are they also playing something similar to this, or is it a full trap deck maybe? Interesting. Going red. Maybe just dump a few cards, to be honest. Maybe the sand is fine for dumping a few.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh.
So I'm gonna go making a bomb first. Then he's likely going to be dragooning it back, and then we can dragoon it back again, because that way he doesn't get any sort of damage ping from it. If we had played the dragoon first, then he would get a ping this turn, but now he won't. I think last say should be an advantage here. I'm not entirely sure how the matchup goes.
Let us sing the song of steel.
We'll just develop as well, I think.
Sword and arm be one.
This will likely go down to one strength after this. He can play like a officer or a bomber. That's a trap, so that... Okay, I mean, that's pretty fine, to be honest. That is pretty fine. Guess we'll just do this. We hit this once, we could consider sniping and next turn with the bowman. Or just play killing with the officers, probably a better line. I guess I need to be careful not to roast like too much. He's going for call here, so he's definitely committing here. Wow. That's not a usual line. To go call into Dragoon. But sure. I'm just gonna keep going here. See how it goes. Not really sure what that is. Could be a crushing. Okay. So that was a crushing, yeah. I think I'm better off passing here. He has played 2 traps, sure with call. I think that's probably okay. Like, he's definitely committed a lot more than us. The question is, how impactful is this last say? I'm not sure if it's that impactful, but maybe I'll be wrong and we can all laugh at me. So traps now should be a lot better, because now they're actually going to help us trigger our scenario. I'm just gonna keep this hand. I guess I could mold a Swordmaster. Having one Swordmaster is not the end of the world, though. Just goes for the dry pass. I could go Nairmans into Maxi here. That should improve my consistency. So basically with this play we're going to see these 2 cards next. And we have an Nairmans into the Eldane. Is that good enough? Or do we want to shuffle? Maybe it's good enough. We're missing on the Yavin, right? We're missing on the Yavin, we're missing on a Pitfall Trap. But maybe it's just fine. It is a decent enough hand. Let's try to keep it. But I guess having last say gives you some advantage in terms of timing your crushing traps for more value, so that could be an issue. Yeah, so this is probably just worse. That's the crushing trap. Yeah, so we probably just keep here. Naira into the Eldane, it should be okay. And we just start with the Feign Death here, don't see a reason not to. I guess this card won't be particularly good, but
Await the signal. Till then, don't budge.
I don't want to heat wave that, but I guess I could also just go for... I guess we don't actually have the greatest way to deal with that, so let's just do this for now.
Your will guide us.
I guess we could just let that one grow and then play the Serpent Trap later on. It's probably fine.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
Also go for front row Verno, might be a better line as well. Just gonna play this now, like that's always gonna be his tallest unit. I don't want to swarm too much now because it will play into his crushing traps and stuff. So I'd rather just try to stay a little bit low in that regard. He's played one crushing trap, but he's definitely playing Hattori and another one, I think, in this list, so try to be a little bit careful. Wait, what did he do here? Oh, he played a trap himself, right.
A sword to outshine all others.
Go for a pitfall here, maybe. Oh, yeah, we can have this one. Okay, make a trade here. Sure, it's also fine. Like that. If this is the, what's it called? The pitfall trap, and it's a little bit spooky to go for this here. Maybe just go also go Dane, but again, that's even worse, right? And the crushing trap isn't really doing anything. Maybe just drop the crushing. Sure. We just have to go Vernal here. But I'm a little bit spooked, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is a lot of damage. Please don't kill too much stuff. We got 2 kills, sure, I guess.
We will take back what was stolen.
Not a great crushing though. You should probably go Hattori into one more of these, to be honest. He goes for the Aldane now. That's a pretty good hit. Killing 2 of them. Crushing. Kinda sad. I'm gonna guess, but maybe he's not even gonna play another special card, and this was kinda bad. I think I'm just gonna commit to this now at least. I don't know, I should probably go Aldane first, guys. This was probably bad. I should have went for the Aldane, I think, that turn. It's kind of just troll. But whatever.
We shall drive the ape men into the sea.
Might very well just lose because of that. Just do that. And then Aldane here.
What are you doing? To die, Dwan.
Seems fine. And Asmium wins, right? Oh wow, we win by 1 point. Right. So actually, I also just realized here, which I didn't in the beginning, was that actually we cannot transform our Feigned Death because we're in devotion, of course. It's giving us one less trap for it to work on. But still, nonetheless, performed like pretty well here. It was a mirror. It's all a bit weird, but yeah, I mean, I like the deck. Okay, we go up against some precision strikes. So naturally, the first thing to be aware of here is that the opponent could be playing something like a Shiro. That would be a little bit of an issue. If not, we should probably be fine. But I'm kind of spooked about the Shiro. Maybe we should even start with Feigned Death here. Just go like max pressure. Not sure if that's good though. This is a situation where I kind of need open deck list to know if you're making the right decisions.
Have you seen a fuse lying about, have you?
Because issue if I drop this and you just go activate and for his heat wave, then we don't really have anything. Maybe you're actually just supposed to go heat wave on this. Means I cannot heat wave something like a Tiger, though, but Tiger shouldn't be that big of an issue. I think I'm gonna heat wave this. A little bit aggressive, but I think it's okay. I think it might just be okay. He goes for Saber here. Which means that I could consider going for like Feign Death Leader Charge front row maybe. Maybe back row.
Carefully.
I think I'll try that actually. Again, a very aggressive line here from me. Might end up backfiring a little bit, but let's see. I think if there was no Shiru, I wouldn't even be worried about this in the slightest, but with a potential Shiru coming down, it's just taking the long round seems like a suicide. So this will play for 12 points here. Go to 15, so we would be ahead. So maybe that's just fine, to be honest.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand.
Maybe that's just fine. Let's see what he decides to go for here. Debum, sure. Oh, this is like a super aggressive line. I might just go for Swordmaster front, and then we get the Waylay, and Alwyn pops out front row.
Weapons love to sworn.
So like we've played a lot of our tempo here,
Take back what was stolen.
but we have gotten a win and even that shouldn't be able to. Like I think the win and even should be secured now. Question is how we're gonna utilize this the best way afterwards. Like can we just win with like a short 1-3 with Vernal maybe? Let's see, maybe he can still contest it. Maybe I shouldn't be too confident. We'll just keep dropping cards here. If he shears this point, I'm not too upset about it. But I'm a little bit wondering, like, he used so many provisions on playing Roach and Knickers that, like, it's kind of a little bit suspicious. You could go Maxi here. Seems kind of fine. I think this looks like a reshuffle, to be honest. Not really that amazing hand. Probably just gonna get rid of the Dragoon here. So we are up by a lot of points here. I'm wondering if we want to keep going or if he's gonna give me double last say. Like as long as we can keep playing these cards, I'm kind of fine about it. Okay, he's gonna go full leader here, just a single one. Force Protector maybe? The Force Protector is one of these cards that can actually get him back into the game, I think. Maybe we're just supposed to switch to back row here. Give him the kill on the Tiger. Because then we're just making our Yavin better. I could see that being better, honestly. I guess the meta kill here wasn't ideal, but still ahead by 1 point. He's dropping Dragon. I'm just gonna go. Gonna have to go Yavin here, I guess.
No existence, no such thing.
But we still stay ahead here narrowly. Maybe it was just better for me to continue going front row, to be honest. Probably was the case. But oh well. I'm gonna go full leader here, just a single leader charge. Full leader, okay. Having a crushing trap, it would have been very nice to punish this line. The question is now, so like... We can't really do the points anymore without having to go full leader ourselves. I think we'll just give him last say here. Be like, sure. There's not anything left for him that we're that scared of. Then we just have to find our elves, some traps for the Eldain. We should probably be fine. Traps are actually going to be really good because they're going to be non-interactive and you also want to go non-interactive. So I need to drop one of these in the dry pass. This card is not particularly good, but it's better than this. So this is still my best dry pass card. I'll just shuffle this one again. I was hoping to see some more traps or Verno. Still got a bunch of mulligans left though. This deck can't really bleed. It's highly unlikely it's going for any sort of bleed here, I think. I guess there's some merit to it because of his Maddock, but realistically I very much doubt it. Oh wow, he is actually going to bleed. Interesting. So, okay, I think we'll just slow play for now. No need to rush this. If we want to bleed a few of these bad cards out, then that's fine by me. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to go for Verno, though, to get ahead. Not quite sure. Maybe just drop this one first. And just take like a bad on Iron next turn if we need to. And if he keeps going, we'll probably go for the Verno to get ahead. Yes, let's just go for the Verno here. I think at least. I mean, I guess we could also go for like a Hatchori maybe. Maybe Hatchori into Pitfall could be good. Maybe. That's some nice hits there. We just got hit by 1 point, also sets our Eldain up. And then for round 3, I think our Verno might just be better, if we can find it. He's still gonna have a big Gord finisher, but I'm just not convinced it's gonna be enough to really threaten us if we manage to draw the Verno at least. If we don't, we could still get in trouble, I think. I think the Isengrim... Which card is actually better here? I think the Isengrim might be worse. Kind of depends on the hand, but I think the card we want to see here are Verno and then just traps. Verno traps. And if you just find 1 trap, this Eldain might be better. 2 traps, it's definitely better. 0 traps, it's obviously worse than Isengrim. Verno, very nice. Trap, very, very nice as well. So I think we should be good here. I'm gonna try again. Yeah, perfect hand, I think. Couldn't have gotten much better here. Did he go for... He's playing a lot of special cards, so this card should also find some value, hopefully. I'm gonna start with this one, I think. But honestly, like, even if it's just a 0 point play, it's still just good. Should still just be good. Playing Snowdrop. Interesting. It's not gonna do anything for him though. This is also gonna be a brick if I play it now. But it's just gonna go non-interactive, which is fine. It's just a 3 point of carryover play. I don't mind that too much. Because I don't think he got any more interactivity other than the gourd, and that's just fine, really. Means he can't get his Marak out or anything like that. He's probably sitting like maybe Unhyro into a gourd. Something else. And that would work for him here. That would be perfectly fine. He can easily make that play. And he might also have a way to trigger his Madak. He just forfeits. He realizes there's not much he can do here. There could be a... Well, there could be like a... If he had some very bad cards in hand. But with the Eldain, like, there's just nothing you can do. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I personally think that this sort of elf hybrid trap deck actually works pretty okay. There's definitely still some stuff you could do with the deck, maybe considering running Yorvith, maybe even considering going a devotion line, but this has been giving us good results so far, and I'm definitely going to continue working on it. And but yeah, I think it's really good right now, so make sure to try it out, and see you in the next video.